Okay, let's recite Heart Sutra mantra for 5 times. Dayatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha Tayatha 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 Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhi Swaha.
Okay, we're talking about our aspirations in our life. Finally, the goal. If somebody were to ask you the question, what's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of life? From what we discussed this morning, we come to realize that we are seeking peace and we are seeking happiness. And then peace, 100% peace, happiness, 100% happiness, if possible. For that matter, there are two questions coming up. And this we can be very confident. We can be very confident. It's not that, okay, this is what I see, I learned from Tibet House. No, this is not what you learn from Tibet House. This is what you're seeking. Day one you're born. Day one you're born, this is what you're seeking. Not only you, everybody is seeking these two things. What are the two things that everybody's seeking? Fearlessness. Peace meaning fearlessness. With the fear, the peace is disrupted. So the peace or the fearlessness. And the other one is maximum happiness. This is what everybody's seeking. The cats, dogs, mosquitoes, human beings, everybody, boys, girls, everybody's seeking. This is a reality. But while this is what everybody's seeking, people cannot articulate what they are seeking. So this, I don't know what I'm seeking. I don't know what is my aspiration. I don't know what is my passion. You're getting it? Okay. So the point is that this is what everybody is seeking. People cannot articulate what they are seeking. And you can be very confident. Somebody who said that nobody knows what we are seeking. What's the meaning of life? Nobody knows. Even that person says this, you can say that you know what the meaning of life. Your meaning of life is to seek fearlessness and maximum happiness. You can be very confident whether the other person's believer or non-believer, addicted or the counselor, or boy or girl, educated, uneducated, everyone, spiritual, non-spiritual, it doesn't matter. Everybody's seeing these two things. Okay. With this in mind, there are two things. One is the fearlessness. Number two, and the fearlessness, peace, and the freedom, and freedom from miseries. They all mean the same. You're getting it? And the fear, some people, they can be very naive to say, no, I'm not getting rid of fear. I don't have any fear. Yes, the person, for example, where will I get my lunch? Even that, when the fear is the degree is above 50, then people see that as fear. When it's below 50, then don't see as fear. For example, say, Okay, okay, day after tomorrow is Tibet New Year, right? Tibet New Year, and then Tibet House is closed. Okay, how can I contact somebody, right? If there's nobody in Tibet House, then how can I contact? There's a little bit of apprehension, uneasiness coming there. You don't want that uneasiness, but that uneasiness comes to you. There's a fear. The fear of this uneasiness coming to you. You getting it? So the point is that if somebody is quite intelligent, we can say that we are seeking fearlessness. But if the person is not too intelligent, it doesn't mean that you are less intelligent. There's no point. Even the intelligence can be cultivated. Even the intelligence can be built through learning more. You're getting it? Through learning more, even your intelligence can be sharpened. Analytical meditation is for that purpose. You're getting, if somebody does analytical meditation well, then your intelligence can just flare like a fire. Okay, so with this in mind, what we're seeking, everybody's seeking fearlessness and infinite happiness. Don't just say happiness, infinite happiness. The question is, two questions. Whether or not we can achieve these two things, whether or not these two are achievable. Whether or not these two are achievable. Can you achieve these two? Question one. If the answer is yes, then the next question is, how? Two things. You're getting it? Okay. If you can articulate in this form that you are seeking, even if somebody says, nobody knows what the meaning of life is. No, that's not correct. Your meaning of life is to seek fearlessness and total fearlessness and infinite happiness. You're getting it? You can confidently say this. And the person will ask, no, this is just, you are just dreaming. This is not at all achievable. You get it? So we asked two questions. What are the two questions? Whether or not that is achievable. That's not true. You're getting it? You said it's not achievable. It's your speculation. It's your speculation. It can be achieved. Then the other person was asked, how? You're getting it? Okay, for that matter, we are discussing this. And this session will be on this part. Number one is a fearlessness. Fearlessness. Can you give me some fears? Very quick. Some examples of fear. Very quick. Stage fear. Stage fear. Okay, Thamala, you have stage fear. Okay. Indrajit ji?
Fear of missing the flight.
Okay.
Very real.
Okay. Okay. What time will you leave? Okay, the fear of missing the flight. And when I was young, I think around Thamala's age, 20, 21, 20. So that age, the stage fright was so intense with me. Yeah, intense. But I just tried to struggle myself to go on the stage. All the students are there, stage there. All my body was moving like this, right? Trembling. Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
How you overcome it?
Okay, that's a different story. So for that, we will have another crash course, right? How to overcome that one. Anyway, this is a good question. And okay, any other fear? Very quick.
Injection.
The what do you call it? The altitude? No. Height phobia. What's the technical term? Vertigo is different. Okay, height phobia. With the height, then you see this so much fear. Any other fear? Claustrophobia is again one thing, that you're close in the elevator. There's so much of fear there. Very good. Yes, good. Oh, the fear of contracting disease. Yes, coronavirus. Social anxiety like what?
Fear of being in social situation.
Okay, fear of being in the social gathering, and then say some party, right? A very formal party. Am I properly dressed, right? And then how will people judge me? Very uncomfortable. It's not really a party. It's uncomfortable party. Party for discomfort. Yeah. Any other fear?
Fear of loss.
Huh? Typophobia. What is that?
I have that.
No, what is that? Tell me.
That those four.
Mike.
The small pore on anywhere. I cannot able to see
Let's say it again.
Pore.
Pore.
Small pore. Holes.
Some holes, yes.
Body, like, those are like very
Okay. What do you call that?
typophobia.
Okay, typophobia. Okay, how to overcome that? That's interesting. Typophobia, seeing the holes, from there anything can come out, right?
Yeah, especially on body part.
Okay, on your body part.
Yeah, I cannot able to see those.
Fish is the kind of
This is the fish skin? No?
Yeah, like last I remember when I realized I have typophobia is, when I saw on Facebook there's one hand and they have this small holes
And then there's a fear coming to you.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's to overcome that is very easy. That's very easy to overcome. Right? How much do you pay for doctor?
And then I think
Okay, just check how much they paid then. I'm joking. That's not difficult. So oftentimes, okay, this is going to be a little digression. Good. Any other for example? Huh? Fear of loss. Anytime my father can pass away, anytime my mother can pass away is very scary. Same. Okay, any more? Fear of failure. I may fail. Fear of being judged. Fear of failure. I may fail in exam. I may fail in the living up to the expectation. And then the fear of being judged. This is very painful, yeah. Okay.
snake.
Fear of snake, that's true.
Ghost.
Fear of ghost, that's true. The fear of ghost. Okay, interesting. Look. Stage fright, right? The fear arises how? When there's a public there,
Yeah.
when there's a people there, then there's a empty stage there. Then, hey, Alhamdulillah, now your turn. Right? Public there, stage there. I have to go, and everybody's looking at me, right? Okay, then the fear arises. So okay, listen, why I'm saying this is that these factors, which factor? When nobody's there in the hall, did you ever go to the stage? Yes, the stage fright is there?
Yeah.
At that point. Even when there was nobody there.
No.
Okay. It's the same stage, right?
Yeah.
Same stage, but no fright.
But not
When the stage scares you,
when there is more audience.
public, when the audience is there, you're getting it? So audience is there, stage is there, and then you alone have to go there. Then these factors, they trigger the uneasiness in you. You're getting it? These factors, they affect you, right? They don't let you have a peace of mind. They disturb your mind. Okay, so we see that this stage fright is because of the external factors. They affect you. They affect you. They don't let you to stay with a peace of mind. It disturbs you. You're getting it? In other words, stage fright is because of the external factors affecting you. And you don't want to be affected, and you're affected. That is what is known as a fear. Let's not forget it. Okay, what about, hey, typophobia? What is typophobia? So the hand with so much holes there, the fear comes. When this hand is very smooth, no fear. Suddenly the holes come, then so much of fear. Okay, so there, what happened? Mental disturbance happened because of this. So the hand with the holes, they affect you. You're getting it? You are affected. You are affected. Okay, affected by external factors. In other words, fear, problems. Fear or problems means that your mind is affected by other factors. That is the meaning.
External or
Okay, I said other factors. I did not say external factors. This was the question that I know that somebody's going to ask me. So therefore, I switch it from the external to the other factors. Other factors can be even myself. For example, let's say one morning there was a little pain somewhere here inside. There was a little pain. Oh, it can be appendicitis. It's not external. It's internal. Even that affects me. You're getting it? So your mind being affected by other factors. When your mind is being affected by other factors, when your mind is involuntarily affected by other factors, this is known as loss of freedom. This is known as fear, right? Fear at various degrees. When it is intense, it is manifested as fear, conventionally known as fear. Otherwise, it is what we call as loss of freedom. Okay, how many want to? How many you want to have freedom? How many want to have the loss of freedom? Raise your hands. How many want to have the loss of freedom? Right? How many want to have the loss of freedom? You want to lose your freedom? No, nobody wants to lose the freedom. But loss of freedom is there. But I want a peace of mind. And somebody, hey Torji, right? What happened? Right? You're affected. You're affected. So there, I don't want this sudden attack, surprise, right? And I don't want to have it. It happened, which means that I'm being affected involuntarily. I'm being affected. I don't want this, but it happened. So this is known as involuntary, being affected by other factors. That is, you don't want it, and it happened. This is known as loss of freedom. Loss of freedom. You're getting?
can mind affect itself?
Of course, right? Your mind can also affect itself. For example, like say, okay, meditate for 5 minutes, sing without scattering, without being scattered. And then you sit like this, then your mind goes into the shopping mall, or it scatters. So that mind which goes up to the shopping mall, and then the next moment you feel so unhappy. Look, my mind, I can't even focus for 1 minute. So the first moment of the mind disturbs you, it affects you. You're getting it? So that your mind is involuntarily affected by other factors. This is the meaning of the loss of freedom. This is the meaning of suffering. This is the meaning of the fear. You're getting it? Okay. Now the point is the peace. Peace, freedom. Peace is when you are not affected by any external factors. Where you climb on the stage, right? Even if there are thousands of people there, you climb the stage, it's the same thing. With the people, without the people, it's the same thing. That you're not affected. This is a freedom. What do you want, Hamala? You want that or you want the fear? You want that. Whether you are in the empty stage, the stage with the empty hall, stage in the empty hall, or stage with the thousands of people there, no difference. You getting it? That is known as that is known as a freedom. You getting it? So this is what we are seeking, where your mind is least affected by any other factors. That is the total peace, that no factor can disturb you. That is known as the total peace. Okay. For that matter, yes.
Geshe-la, at this point when you are not affected by other factors,
Mike.
Geshe-la, one is not being affected by other factors. The other is being completely insensitive in a negative way.
Okay, so these are very good questions. First, let me create the structure. First, let me have the full structure. Once I have the full structure, then don't miss to ask the question. These questions are very important. You're getting it? Okay, that you are not affected by external factors. Okay, let's say that somebody who is very, who is very, what do you call it? Somebody who is somebody who shows off one's wealth, one's position, one's power, and so arrogant of your wealth and power, and so forth. And you meet this person, you are not affected. And somebody who is very poor, so much in pain comes, and you are not affected. Right? No compassion, no jealousy. This is one extreme. You're getting it? This is what the Nishida is asking. So, for example, somebody who really deserves your compassion comes, then instead of compassion, oh, I'm not affected. Right? This is okay. This is not what we are doing here. So now, how not? How not? You're getting it? So for this, we have to have a first full structure. Full structure, you will get many answers from there. And then you ask more questions. That will be very helpful. You're going to first, let me create the structure. So what did we say for the time being? What did we say? First, we want fearlessness. We want peace. Peace means no disturbance. What do you mean by disturbance? Disturbance is when your mind is involuntarily affected by other factors. You're getting it? That is the disturbance. So, what is peace? Peace means a state without any disturbance. Without disturbance. Now, when your mind is not affected by any other factor, that is the peace, because your mind is not disturbed. This is how we understand. It's very beautiful psychology. So with this, how can you achieve that, where your mind is not going to be affected by any other factors? Okay, for that matter, what we do is, for example, let's say that, okay, substance abuse, right? You see okay, you are in the rehabilitation center, and then you are away from ecstasy, and what are the other substances? Ecstasy, heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and so forth. So when you're in the rehabilitation center, these are away, which means that you are fenced. You're fenced. And you can't be always in the fence. Sometimes you come out and you have your friend shows you cocaine. Again, again affected, right? Again, okay, affected, right? Even your eyes go like this. You're already affected, right? Your eyes go like this. What pulled your eyes like this? Because of the heroin, because of the cocaine. You're getting it? Pull. That is affected. You're affected now, but some. Then you take it, it affects you worse. Okay, so there, the point is that this is how we're being affected. We're being pulled, affected. To what extent they pull you depends on many factors. Your earlier habits. Your earlier habits, if you are badly habituated with the cocaine, heroin, and so forth, then the pull is so strong. Whereas somebody who has not touched these substances throughout your life, you said, oh, I see, this is cocaine, right? Then that's it. It affects you, but did not affect you so badly as the addicts or the people who are used to that. Okay, so from this, before we go into detail, let us not forget what we are seeking one part of what we are seeking is fearlessness, or we are seeking liberation, that we are not affected by any other factors. This is one of the two goals that we have in our mind. And then for that, what's the opposite of that peace that we are seeking? Disturbance. What do you mean by disturbance? Disturbance is when your mind is involuntarily affected by other factors. You're getting it? Okay. Once a disturbance is defined, then you are seeking the peace, which is the opposite of that. When your mind is not affected by any other factors, that is a peace. that you are seeking. The next question is whether it can be achieved. Whether this state, which state? Which fearless state? Whether this state, the fearlessness, which is where your mind is not at all affected by other factors, whether that state is achievable. You're getting it? Okay. For that matter, we'll go back to the 5 ever-present mental factors, 5 omnipresent mental factors. What are the 5 omnipresent mental factors? The way I enumerated yesterday. Okay, without looking at the books. Without looking at the books, we are going to very detailed studies, and we expect all of you to have these 5 mental factors on your fingertips. What are they? Contact, attention, discrimination, feeling, intention. One by one. One by one. Ready? One by one. Okay. That's fear, exactly. You are affected, right? Okay. Contact. What next? Contact. Attention. Discrimination. Feeling. Intention. Very good. The 5. Okay. So what we do is that the finally what we are seeking is finally what makes us feel the peace, what makes us feel the disturbance. These are all the actions, and these actions are determined by the feeling, and the feeling is determined by the discrimination. You're getting what is discrimination? In Tibetan it is known as dushe. Discrimination. This discrimination is like the cognitive thought process, cognitive aspect of the mind. Cognitive means, for example, okay, how many you like flowers? Raise hands. How many you flowers so raise hands. Flowers so raise hands. Flowers so 1 2 3. Myself 4. Okay, some are flowers so because the Tibetan people, they know that I'm flower so because they always keep the same flower. They don't change it, right? Tibetans of the staff, they know that. Yeah. So so let's say that group A is those who say flower is so. Group B, flower, wow, it's so beautiful. Flower, I like flowers. So we have 2 groups. Okay, I asked this question. So here I'm trying to explain what is the meaning of cognitive thought process or the discrimination, and so what's the meaning of the intention. You're getting it? I'm trying to give the example. What is the meaning of intention and what's the meaning of discrimination? Okay, group A, group B. I asked group A, what is this? The group A is who? Which group is that? Those who like the flower or so. Okay. Hey, group A, what is this? Flower. Group B, what is this? Flower. Okay. So do you notice that both groups gave the same answer, that this is a flower? Okay. Which means both of you cognitively know that this is a flower, which means that cognitively, both of them, you have the same recognition. You know the objective flower. So that is the discrimination. Discrimination-wise, it's the same in both of you. It's the same. Now, my next question. Group A, do you like it? So. Group B, do you like it? Yes. You're getting it? Now the difference is yes. Right? Yes. If I keep it there, it'll disappear. It'll disappear. Somebody from group B will take it away. Which means the intention to embrace it. Intention to embrace it. Group B, even if I keep it there, next to it will remain there for the next 1 year. Group A who said so, I keep it there with them, nobody will take care of this. Group B, within the next moment, it will disappear. Group A, why it disappeared when I kept it with the group B, why it did not disappear with the group A? Because the group A did not have the intention to embrace it. Group B have the intention to embrace it. You getting it? Okay. So the intention, that is the affective side. Discrimination is the cognitive side. Cognitive side of the mind, and the intention is the affective side of the mind. And the cognitive and the intention, the cognitive and the affective, these two are not the same, but the cognitive plays a role to activate the affective side. You're getting it? Cognitive plays a role to create the affective side. Okay, your mind is affected means, for example, say, okay, Dorji, right? Yes. So my mind instantly moves. It's affected. It moves. That is the intention to move. Intention, okay, I like to move. This is a very gross version of intention. The moment I said yes, impulsively or reflexively, if I say that yes, already the mind has moved so fast. Intention moved. There must be somebody to move it. What is that thing? Intention. Intention makes it to move. So that intention is so fast. You getting it? So now when you say that, okay, now, okay, I asked the secretary, don't call me for the next 1 hour. Next 1 hour, I want peace of mind. I'm so disturbed. I'm enough now, right? Next 1 hour, don't call me. So I'm just in my office, relaxing. Suddenly, the secretary knocks at the door within 5 minutes. Says, Kishala, there's some urgent thing. I ask you not to disturb me. Right? No, it's very important. What's that thing? There's the telephone call from the office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I cannot say get out. I cannot say, oh yes, so what is it? What's the message? Again, I'm affected. You're getting it? I'm affected. So which means that I said I want to be at peace for 1 hour. But my mind is affected within 5 minutes because of the other factors. So the other factors affect my mind. You're getting it? The other factors affect my mind. Now, the point is that, okay, so then if somebody comes, then our Tamdila comes, he knocks at the door, and he brings a book and the laptop. He says, there's some work. What some work? Is it something very urgent? Not really. Then please give me time for 1 hour. Right? Then I can push him out. He goes out. Okay, so there I try to not to be affected by the 1 hour rest. I try that it not be affected by Tamtilas coming there. He came this morning. Yesterday, right? Okay, so this is what I'm trying. Now the point is that I feel affected, not affected. Even when something comes, still I can remain so unaffected that I'm not affected. And something comes, I'm easily affected. You're getting it? Okay, so then affected means that intention moved. Intention moved because of the feeling. Feeling was because of the discrimination. So all our movements being affected, not affected, is determined by the directly affected by the feelings and indirectly by the cognitive thought process, discrimination. With this in mind, first we talk about the fearlessness. For the fearlessness, let's say that the episode which we discussed yesterday, let's say the dream, the first moment of the dream where the ghost is chasing you. So much of fear. Second moment of the dream, your father comes and then there's some mantra to let the ghost disappear. Then the second moment, you're very happy. Third moment, your father left and the ghost reappears. And the fourth moment, you wake up. Okay, tell me, of these 4 moments, which is the happiest for you? Fourth one, when you wake up fully. Okay, why when you wake up fully, you are the happiest? Because when you wake up, this dream ghost cannot affect you in any ways. You're getting it? When you wake up, the dream ghost cannot affect you in any ways. Why? Very quick. Why, when you wake up, the dream ghost cannot affect you in any ways? Sharmali, Mike.
Because you realize it's not real.
Because you realize that this dream ghost is not real, meaning that this ghost is this dream ghost is purely subjective, coming from our mind. It's not really there. You're getting it? When you realize that it's subjective, it's coming from a mind, then the fear dissolves. You are going to be least affected. You're even 0.1% of being affected stops. When you realize it's purely coming from a mind, it's nothing from the... Okay, whereas in the second moment you're very happy. The first moment the ghost was chasing you. Second moment your father came and the said some mantras and the ghost runs away. Second moment you're very happy. Huh? Very happy, not happy. Hey, not really happy, not happy. Very happy. But which is better? Second moment is better or the fourth moment is better? Why not the second moment? Although the ghost disappeared, but anytime in your mind you know that anytime the ghost can come back. You're getting it? But when you wake up, you know that now this ghost will never come back. I know this all coming. There's nothing where. There's no place from where the ghost can come. It's all coming from my mind, right? My mind was playing trick on me. When you see that it's purely subjective, then the object cannot affect you at all. You're getting it? Okay. So tell me now, if you are to tell me something more professionally, professional meaning same answer. Is not real or whatever, you give me answer in a little more professional way. For example, the third moment where you wake up, at that point, that is the happier than, that is when you feel you feel like to have it, than the second moment. Why? Why? Why do you want the fourth moment? Why? No, give some answers. Nishita?
What is the
Okay. The first moment. That's true. The first moment is the ghost chasing you. Second moment your father came and the father said some mantras and the ghost runs away. Third moment the father left and the ghost comes back. And the fourth moment you wake up. Of these four, which is the one you like? Fourth one. Why not the second one? The second one is temporary, not the fourth one. Fourth one is permanent. How permanent? Yeah, that's a very good answer. No, fourth one you wake up. Yes. Fourth one you like it. Why?
The ghost.
No. Speak through the mic.
Because I'm sure that the ghost is not able to come.
Exactly, because this ghost is purely subjective. My mind created it. In the second moment, ghost ran away, but you did not realize that this ghost was my mental projection. During the second moment, it is still objectively seen. But the fourth moment, you know that it was coming from my mind. The moment you realize it's just coming from my mind, you wake up. As long as you keep waking up, the dream ghost will never come back. No danger. You don't have to cast mantra. You don't have to say, "Oh, mani padme hum," right? So there's no danger that it will come back as long as you keep awake. It's for this reason that Buddha is known as the fully awakened one. You're getting it? Okay. So from this, what we do is that let's say that now going back to the 5 points. When you wake up, what happens is that now say contact. Your contact with the reality. Your mind contact with the reality. What is number 2? You pay attention. Be very alert. Pay attention. Number 3, discrimination that it is not real. This ghost was not real. It was my subjective mental imputation. Then number 4, an extremely peaceful feeling comes to you. And then number 5, intention to stay in this experience, right? Intention to stay in this experience, right? Okay, so what is that experience? Experience of not being affected by other factors, not being affected by the dream, not by affected by the dream ghost. You getting it? Okay, so from this we see that if you know, just as when you see the dream ghost as subjective real, as subjective, all your dream ghost fear dissolves. Likewise, if you know everything is subjective real, nothing can affect you. Just as the dream ghost cannot affect you, because you know that the dream ghost is just your dream, is subjective. If you know everything is subjective, just the dream ghost cannot affect you, if nothing can affect you. When you know that everything is subjective, coming from a mind, nothing is really from the object. Okay, if this is the case, then what is your next question? Is it true that everything is subject real? Is it true the subject? Answer is yes. What's your next question? How can I know it? Right? How can I know it? Then you have to join another diploma course. Right? For this you have to study Acharya Chandrakirti's text. Arya Nagarjuna's text is amazing. So the little bit of clue that I gave you yesterday was that that I asked you, what is this? You said, this is water. The chemist will say this is H2O. The physicist will say this is electrons, protons, neutrons. You're getting it? When you see this as electrons, protons, neutrons, your attachment to the water dissolves. Right? Okay, look at the other person. Okay, wow. Right, very decently serious. Some of them decently serious because of a smile. Okay, some of you are smiling, right? You are smiling because you see something there. You're smiling because you see something there, right? Okay, what made you smile? That thing which you saw that made you smile, don't forget that. Then don't forget that thing which appeared to your mind, to your eyes, which made you smile. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Keep that aside. Keep that. Now, next thing I like to tell you is that just as this water is made of electrons, protons, and neutrons, even that object which made you smile, even that what you call the face is nothing but made of billions of atoms. Yes, no. It's just made of atoms. That's it. Now, don't look at the other person. Just imagine that the same face is just made of billions of atoms. Just see the billions of atoms. Imagine that you're seeing the billions of atoms. Okay, if you're smiling still, time for you to go to mental hospital. You're getting it? Okay, you will not smile. Why you're not smiling it? Because that object which made you smile is not visible there. Nowhere, none of the atoms is that object which made you smile. You getting it? So where is that object which made you smile? From the object is not there. Remember what Arya Nagarjuna said. What Arya Nagarjuna said is, if the mirage were to be water, why not those close by the mirage see water? This is what Arya Nagarjuna said in Ratnavala, Precious Garland. Ratnamala, Precious Garland, Rinjintawa. So then, if what Arya Nagarjuna said is, if the mirage were to be water, why not those close by the mirage see water? Okay, imagine that you are seeing me in a water. You're 1 kilometer away from me. And you are seeing me in water. You are just wondering, is he really in water? I can see that he is in water. How will you evaluate that what you are seeing is water or not? How will you evaluate that? Huh?
By
By coming closer, right? By coming closer, then you say it's so dry. There's nothing there as the trace water. Then what do you conclude? What I earlier saw as water was a mirage. You getting it? Okay. Likewise, okay. Let me say this. Let me say this 2 lines again. If the mirage were to be water, why not those close by the mirage see water? Likewise, if the person who made me smile, if the other person who made me smile, if this person exists objectively, why don't I see this person as I go closer to this object? Right? So the person that you were seeing, which made you smile, the person, if it does exist, of course it exists. If it does exist, there are only 2 options. Either it should exist from the object, or it should exist from the subject. Like the movie. The movie exists or not exists? It does exist. If it does exist, either it should exist from the screen, or it should exist from the projector. These are the only 2 options. Likewise, if the person who made you smile, if that person exists, either the person exists from the object or from the projector, like your mind. You get it? If it does not exist from the object, then the only option is from your mind. You getting it? Okay. This is very important. From this, what we realize is by going closer towards the person, going closer to the person's face, we see it's just a bunch of atoms. The face is not there. So what you earlier saw as a face was not from the object. So what's the conclusion? It was from the subject. If it's from the subject, there's no difference with the dream. The dream is coming from the subject. The other person also is coming from the subject. When you realize that, then all these emotional stirs, emotional disturbance will stop. All the emotional disturbance will stop. You're getting it? Okay. So by seeing that everything is coming from my mind, coming from the subject, nothing's really from the object. Like the dream. Dream ghost, when seen as a ghost, is a real ghost, the fear arises. When it's seen as not real, but coming from the mind, coming from the subject, the fear dissolves. Likewise, when you realize that everything is coming from the mind, nothing from the object, your fear dissolves. When you see that everything is from the object, your fear increases. Okay. All this, so therefore, if you come to, for example, the stage fright, if you say, all these people, they are just bunch of atoms. All the people, this is just bunch of atoms. You meditate on, this is just bunch of atoms. I'm also a bunch of atom. Stage also a bunch of atom. You go there, okay, a bunch of atoms go to the stage, and then face the bunch of atoms there. What is there? Just be scared. You see that it's just a bunch of atoms, your fear will instantly dissolve, right? And typophobia, right? But it's this, there's a bunch of atoms, right? Bunch of atoms, right? There's a hole. There's nothing there as a whole, all right? All just the other parts, the atoms are more clustered. Some part atoms are missing. Right? That's the whole. There's nothing there as there's nothing there as a whole, whatever. It's just coming from my mind. You see that, instantly your fear will dissolve. Okay, just for information, there was one girl who first came to Tibet house. It so happened that we were doing the teaching on emptiness, about this Heart Sutra teaching. And then we learned, we were teaching how everything's like, if nothing's really from the object, it's all coming from the subject. Everything's just a bunch of atoms. Even the atoms are also dreamlike. She learned that first time in her life, meeting with Buddhism. And then in 2 days' time, she had a job interview. Huh?
This was Dehradun retreat.
No, here. No, it was here.
She took 2 days early leave because she was to appear in the interview where the cabinet secretary and the secretary.
No, that is different.
Oh, that's different.
Many different. She went through all the interviews. Many interviews, one after the other. The first one, She just came here, and then they attended the teacher. Of course, she's very smart, very bright. And then she attended the interview. She said that first experience, all these big shots were there. Big figures in this discipline. They were all sitting there. She felt so nervous, like a stage fright, like a trypophobia. So much of fear was there. And no, why should I be afraid? They're just bunch of atoms, right? At the moment she thought that they're just bunch of atoms, her fear instantly dissolves. This is very powerful practice. You're getting a very powerful practice. Likewise, for the de-addiction, this can be another thing that we can teach, like a substance, ecstasy, heroin, and so forth. What is this? It's a bunch of atoms. No atom is a heroin. No atom is marijuana. You're getting it? Besides this atom, where is the marijuana? Where is the heroin? Where is the ecstasy, right? And then let the person think about it more. Then the cognitive thought process, discrimination becomes more and more stable. As the discrimination of that becomes more and more stable, then the feeling becomes controlled, not like impulsive feeling. Excitement stops. And when the feeling is under control, like the dream, right? Okay. How many you are a little thirsty? Okay, don't worry. So let's say it's terribly hot, and then you are very thirsty, and then I'm drinking the water here. You have nothing to drink. I said, don't worry. This is just a plain water. I'll give you juice. Right? Okay, you are very happy. Okay, imagine a juice. Imagine juice and drink it. All right. Okay, why are you laughing? Why? This is real. You also imagine there's nothing, no excitement. You're getting it? Ecstasy. Because the imagination means coming from the subject. When you know it's coming from the subject, excitement is not there. Right? Mental stir, mental fluctuation is not there. Mental fluctuation stops. So likewise, when you see the ecstasy, all these things are just coming from the mind, from the object. It's just a bunch of atoms. None of the atom is heroin and so forth. None of the atom is alcohol. The more we think of this, then the discrimination, with destabilizing the discrimination, that is just a bunch of atoms. Beyond that, is seen as ecstasy and so forth. They are coming from the subject, not from the object. When this is stabilized more, the feeling is stabilized. The feeling, which is the feeling of the pleasure, right? That is very disturbed pleasure. It's not real pleasure. It's a disturbed pleasure. So now, if you're given a choice, that the pleasure of seeing the substance or alcohol, and the pleasure of having controlled emotion. These two, the pleasure of having controlled emotion, which is far more pleasant than the other one. When you compare the two, then the other one is far exceedingly more pleasant than the second one. So therefore, you don't want to go back to that thing. You're getting it? Okay, this is how we can manage our emotions. Okay. Yes.
When I know that fear is coming from my mind, not from object, but still there's a fear. Like example, I'm really scared of injection. So the process of I'm scared more about the process than the real injection. So how can we overcome that?
Okay, how come that?
Because I know that it's...
This is very important. I have not really noted in here. This is at the end of this section. Say what is known as the Satipatthana Sutra, right? Satipatthana Sutra. So this we have to do it at the... we did a class here. We also did the conference, Satipatthana Sutra. So there, you are not afraid of the needle. You are not afraid of the process. You are afraid of the pain.
I remember the pain is not that much painful, but the process, the thinking of that
I'll tell you. You're getting it? Say the pain, this pain, you had it before. When you're very young. When you're very young, the mother's cuddling you like this, everything soft, tender, nice, warm. Suddenly the pain comes to you. Pricking pain, you had that experience. Now what is happening? Next time you become a little older, where you can bear the pain, but the memory of that, the memory of you being unable to bear it, that pain, that memory is still so vivid. And this memory of the pain is related to the pain. And that pain is because of the needle coming close to you. Right? So that these two are very closely tied to you. That memory is coming back. Even now, even though you don't feel the pain so much, you can bear it. But that memory is so striking that this memory is memory of the pain, not only the pain, process, and the needle, daughter holding the needle, right, with the white coat, right, the needle, all these are involved. When you see that, then it gives you the phobia. You get it? So how to get rid of this? When you do have to have the injection, I personally do is deliberately. Some people, they do like this. When they injection there, they do like this. They do like this, they don't look at it. Right? They close their eyes, they do like this. What I do, I deliberately try to look at it with my eyes. Deliberately I'm looking at it to overcome that fear. You get it? There are many ways. Some head-on challenge, facing the challenge head-on. And in some cases, it can break you. If there's a danger, some people cannot do it so effectively, in which case you have to do it step by step, not just directly like this. Right? Some people can do it, and then when you're able to do it to some extent well, then you can do it head-on. Okay. This is a very important discussion. Now I have one point to share with you. That is, okay, with this what we got, the picture that we got is that the fearlessness or the absolute peace is something which we can feel. How? That we are not being affected by anything. That your mind is not disturbed by any factor. How? By seeing everything as subjective. Nothing is objective, they're real. The moment you realize the dream subjective is coming from your mind, the dream goes is just a dream, not real, your fear dissolves. Likewise, all that you've been affected by other factors, you know that all the other factors coming from your mind, all subjective, all your fears, disturbance dissolve. That is known as absolute peace. You're getting it? Okay, this is one part. This is one of the goals that we're seeking. What's the other goal that we're seeking? What's the other goal that we're seeking? Infinite happiness or the maximum happiness. I'd like to explain this a little bit. Okay, we have only 5 minutes. Okay, tell me, give me an example. Give an example of a very happy moment in your life. Okay, 1 or 2 examples, very quick. We don't have time. Very quick. Very happy moment in your life. Very memorable moment in your life. Tamala. Graduation. Okay. Graduation from class 12. Class 12 graduation. Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? Very happy moment in your life? Yes.
When I got audience with His Holiness the Dalai
Okay.
Lama.
Audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Very good. Okay. Any other moments? The love that you feel of the mother. You're getting it? Okay, we all have that experience. Sometimes we tend to forget it. Otherwise, this is what is ingrained in the mind. Like I would say that 80%, if not 100%, 80% of people, they have this very profound feeling of the love towards the mother. Okay, day one you're born, how many of you love your mother? Day one you're born on this earth, how many of you love your mother? Wow, you're the one who gave me birth. Oh, I love you. How many you love your mother day one you're born? Nobody, right? For you, there's no difference. For this, no, you did no difference. Some people, they were unnecessarily, even the child knows the mother in the mother's tummy. All these things are, Yes, effect is there. But so, we should be very empirical. We should be very realistic. The child, anybody picks up the child, that's it, right? So we will not, oh yeah, you are the mother. No, that's very this is obvious. But how many you cried when you see that your mother was about to leave when you were like age 4, 5, 6? How many cried? All of us, right? All of us cried. Why did you cry? Huh? No, don't. Okay, attachment or cried. Why? Huh? Fear of being without her. So why did you have the fear? Why her, not with your neighbor? Huh? Because you love your mother so much. You love your mother so much. How come that you did not love your mother day one you were born? How come that you love your mother so much when you were age 4 or 5? That bond grew how? Why not it grew with your neighbor? Huh? Putila.
But now you are glad that everything is coming through her.
Yes, Putila.
Gisela, because the love mother has given to her child.
Because the mother gave you so much love, you felt the mother's love. And how do you know the mother's giving love to you, Vivinji?
She take care of every needs, whatever we require.
All your needs are coming from this person, not from the neighbor. You're getting it? So in other words, love, feeling of love, this is the most beautiful mind in this universe. Feeling of love. And love, genuine love. You're getting it? Feeling of the genuine love. This is the most beautiful. When you feel that, all the barriers dissolve. You become so transparent. We become so transparent with that person to whom you genuinely love the most. You're getting it? So in other words, this barrier, the difference. Okay, what do you want? You want the infinite happiness. You're getting it? What does it mean by happiness? When you're more happy, let's say that all people are, you don't know all these people, you're in a job for the first day, and all these 100 people around you, you don't know any one of them. Everybody is very competitive, right? Okay, you're happier, or you are happy in a place where you know everybody. They're all so friendly. Where do you feel happier? Yes. Why do you feel happy in a place where everybody's so decent, very nicely dressed, and you don't know anybody? That's nice. So why don't you feel happy there? Huh? We don't feel comfortable. You get it? Because how this person may judge me. How this person may judge me. Then you try to be very nice. Right? You try to be nice. Right? Okay, nice means, is this your natural the action, or very superficial? Superficial, right? Even when you walk nicely. But in your room you don't do like this, right? Which means that you have to put on so much of facade, right? So this is very uncomfortable. So when you feel comfortable, then you don't have to behave all this. You behave in a very nice way. You just relax, right? When that happens, in front of your mother, not in front of in the workplace. So the point is that when you feel that love, discomfort, you are released from this discomfort. You are released from this the prison. You feel like the prison when you're with unknown people. You have to create a wall. They'll create their own wall, right? You cannot go beyond that point. You have to stay there. It's a prison. Whereas with your mother, it's so that the wall is dissolved. You feel the ease, total ease is there. Now, when do you feel a greater ease? In a workplace, the 100 people, where you know 10 people, you feel ease or not ease? Ease. And there's another place where 100 people, you know everybody, everybody's your friend. Where do you feel the greater ease? Second one, you're getting it? So therefore, as you feel this love and affection towards a greater number of people, your ease expands. And if you love and affection, you can generate it to infinite beings, then ease becomes infinite. This is known as infinite happiness. You're getting it? Okay, what is your next question? Is it possible that we can have the love and affection towards infinite beings? Answer is yes. Then your question is how? For that, there are two methods. One is known as sevenfold cause-effect method to practice what Gela said. Gentinella said, sevenfold method to practice. The method of the sevenfold, Okay, the method of sevenfold cause effect, the sevenfold cause effect method to generate bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, one. Other one, okay, let me say this again. The sevenfold cause effect method to generate bodhicitta, number one. In Tibet, it is the Gunte Menga Dun. Gunte means cause effect. Menga is the instruction. Dun is the sevenfold cause effect method to generate bodhicitta. Number two is the method of equalizing and exchanging self for others to generate bodhicitta. Beautiful method. These two methods you practice, your compassion will simply expand. Once it's expand. Okay, method of equalizing and exchanging. The method of equalizing and exchanging self for others to generate bodhicitta. The method of equalizing and exchanging self for others to generate bodhicitta. With this method, it is very beautiful method that your mind simply say, okay, so let's say for Dhamala, let me go back to Dhamala's situation, where if the whole audience is your mother, father, brother, sisters, just a big family, just a family, everybody loves you so much, right? And you're on the stage, would you have stage fright? No, then you will lie down, right? You will lie down, you crack jokes, right? Tamala will crack jokes. You know that everybody, they will not judge you. Whereas why we have the feeling stage fright is that they are all unknown. Everybody's fragmented. If there are 10 people judging me. If there are 100 people, 100 people judging me, right? When you feel somebody's judging you, it's very uncomfortable feeling. So that's a fear. Whereas you see your mother, father, uncle, brother, sister, friends, and Abdullah, and all the people here, right? Will you have fear? You're not fear. You don't feel fear to give the answer in front of these people, right? You don't feel fear. You're given the answer with a smile. Right? Okay, the point is that when you feel this love and affection towards more the number of people, more the ease, more the happiness. And if you could cultivate this love and affection towards infinite beings, infinite happiness. This is a beautiful practice, and this is achievable. This has to be first studied. Wisdom draw through. How to do that? How to practice these two methods? First, the wisdom draw through learning, then wisdom draw through reflection, then wisdom draw through meditation. You're getting it? Okay, good. And then just for information, I'd like to wind this up now. Let us turn to page 52. Page 52. Or page 52, you can see other important topics under Buddhist psychology. All these are very important topics, right? Important, if possible, somehow you try to learn all these points. We enumerated about like 24 points under this. These are very important points, and say if you go to the monastic universities, they study the Buddhist psychology. The Buddhist psychology that we study there in the monastic universities, then and they study at a very early age. The beginners will study that. So the topics covered, they are the basic topics which we did thus far. And then over time, with the more duration studies like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, so then all these topics which are noted down here, you don't find any specific text where these topics are taught one after the other. These are all my compilation. Having studied for all these many years, I see that Buddhist psychology, there are so many nuances which are not really directly studied as a part of the beginner Buddhist studies, the course in the monastic university. So these are compiled, and this is what you have to study. You're getting it for long term, for a thorough knowledge of the Buddhist psychology. Then the last part I'd like to share with you is that it is good for you, for me, and for your people who you know, because we are bound to go through life challenges, life difficulties, life challenges. You're getting it? The loss of the near and dear ones and so forth. Under such situation, how can I manage my emotions? How can I manage the thought process, manage my emotions? How can I manage my anxiety, depression, and so forth? So there, don't think of that. Don't think of a shortcut solution. There's no shortcut solution. Antidepressant medicines, they are just very temporary. It can do more harm. It can destroy your whole nervous system if you take it for a long time. So for that matter, even for the healings, even for the counselings, they're very helpful, and you can make it very secular. You may not necessarily make it as a Buddhist concept. You can make it very secular. So usually I suggest 4 points to do. One is from this book. The first one is Ye Dharma Mantra. First, just 4 points. Ye Dharma Mantra, which is on page where? Others. Where is that mantra? Ye Dharma. Page number 5. Old book, page number 5. New book, page number 6. Ye Dharma Mantra. Om Ye Dharma Hedu Prabhava. Okay. This mantra plus the I'm sharing this with you, not that you have to do a Buddhist practice, not for that purpose. The purpose for which I'm advising this is for you to control your emotions, control your anxiety, control your depression, long-term depressions, how to control them, and how to control them intelligibly. You're getting it for that, and I'll explain why, in what way they help you. The first one is Ye Dharma Mantra, number 1. Then number 2, that advice is, number 2 is 4 seals. 4 seals, where are the 4 seals? The very next page. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are nature of suffering. All phenomena of the nature of empty and selflessness. Transcending sorrow's peace. So this is number 2. Then number 3 is the Bodhicitta stanza. Where's the Bodhicitta stanza? It should be some pages down. Okay, it is on page. Okay, page 50. New book, page 50. I go for refuge in the Trubal. I confess the negativities individually. The old book, page 46. How many you do not have your own copy of this book, The Blaze of Non-Dual Bodhicittas? How many you do not have? Raise hands, very quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Tamjila. Chakti Asavadi. Asavadi copy Chuchongaji Tadisnanda. Okay, what you do is that Tibet House will be very happy to give you a copy of this for your own, as your own copy. You can take that home with you. And those of you who do not have your own copy, I hope there are many more copies there. You will get a complimentary copy from Tibet House. You can take it home. You're getting it? So the new book, page 51, the No, page 50, 50, old book, the which page? 46. The new book, page 50, the stanza, I go for refuge to the triple chair. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in virtues all the pains. I hold precious Buddha in my heart. Okay, this stanza. And then finally, Heart Sutra Mantra, which is on page, Heart Sutra Mantra, which is on page where? 31. Page 31. Okay, it's very simple. Teata Om Gade Gade Para Sam Gade Bodhi Soha. Okay, just these 4 points. These 4 points, you just make it as your daily practice. Daily practice as your daily practice. And then if you have many other practices to do, like meditation or the mantra recitation or any other thing that you have to do, you can do. But don't compromise these 4. And if you don't want to do this 4, that's up to you. But you want to do something, and then some people are overly enthusiastic. They do so many things, and at one point it's so overwhelming that you stop everything. So what you do is that if you really want to cut down doing things, don't compromise these four things. With these 4 things guaranteed, if you're able to do this on a daily basis, first you try to know these meanings. I'll give you a quick gist of these points. If you try to know these meanings and then try to recite them, reflect on the meanings. And these 4 will take you maximum 6-7 minutes. Maximum 6-7. If you can spend 6-7 minutes a day, over time, any situation which can otherwise trigger fear in you, trigger the anxiety in you, trigger depression in you, cannot affect you. Right? It's not a magic. It's a psychology. How? The first one, Ye Dharma. You have to know the meaning. I'm not going to explain the meaning now. It'll take a little time because we have to rush to the airport. Okay, Ye Dharma mantra. This is to tell us that my sufferings that I'm going through, depression, anxiety, anguish, they don't arise randomly. They arise from their respective causes. Right? And what these causes are indicated by the Buddha. What we learned, the 5 causes: contaminant karmas, afflictions, inappropriate attention, and the self-grasping ignorance. The 5 points, we did it here? No, we did not. Okay, don't worry. So what I will do is I'll try to give a quick teaching on these 4, and then if you can remind me, then we will send you the recording. Quick teaching on this. So you will learn this. Okay, the Ye Dharma mantra is to remind us that my suffering, they arise from the causes which I myself did. Right? So therefore I have to get rid of these causes so that my miseries will come to an end. No one. And then to be very precise, how to get rid of these negative causes? 4 seals. All composite things are impermanent. I see things as permanent. I have to be aware that things are impermanent. I'm also impermanent. I will die one day. Even my parents are also impermanent. The loss is something which happens to everybody. Then all contaminated things are suffering nature. The suffering nature are because of seeing the dream ghost as real. Right? Seeing the dream ghost as real is contamination. Seeing things as objectively real. Seeing everything as objectively real, that is contamination. What's the contamination? As long as I see things as objectively real, the suffering will perpetuate. Everything is the nature of emptiness, selflessness. Everything is like a dream. Everything is empty of objective existence. Transcending sorrow is absolute peace. When you realize that everything comes from the subject, from the object, there's nothing there. It transcends all your sorrow. That is the absolute peace. You're getting it? Okay. That is the 4 seals. Then the next Bodhicitta stanza. I go for refuge in the triple gem. I confess the negativities individually. I will never engage in the negative karmas. I rejoice in the virtues, all the pains, all the good things other people doing, that I do, that others do, I rejoice in these. And then I hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. Meaning that I will learn how to love all sentient beings to help beings. So this will expand your mind. When your mind is expanded, your mind will not shrink. When your mind does not shrink, then the unease will not happen. the mind will ease itself. And finally, Heart Sutra mantra, Gade Gade Para Gade Para Samgade Buddhism. Gade Gade means go from the state of little peace to a greater peace, to a greater peace, to the absolute peace. Go from the state of unhappiness to the greater happiness, to the greater happiness, to the infinite happiness. This is the meaning of the Gate, Gate, Para Gate. If you do these 4 things on a daily basis, guaranteed that within 2-3 years time, your mind will become very calm, under control, and will be extremely beneficial to you, your family, and everyone. Okay, thank you. That's it. So Indrajit ji, and then the Shalmali, and then we have here the Tavishi, 3 of them, in the particular Indrajit ji for initiating this, requesting this, the teaching. So on behalf of all, we are so grateful to you. First of all, you running this beautiful rehabilitation center, and also you investing everything to make this beautiful Vajradhatu center, to spread this beautiful teaching, compassion, wisdom of the Buddha to all beings. So this great work that you've been doing, being supported by the Rahulji, and then we have here Shamali there, working there, and Taviji also part of this. So 2 of them made this request since long time ago, and so this is how we got the opportunity to be, for all of us to be together. Thank you so much, Indrajit ji. Thank you so much, Shalmali and Tavishi. And for again the Tunupandila, Tamjila, and for each and every one of you here, what a joy to be with all of you. So let us see, to change our psychology, to change our psyche through the study of the Buddhist psychology, that each one of us we move towards the greater peace, we move towards the greater happiness, right? And then spread this happiness and peace to your family members, towards all dear sentient beings. Okay, thank you. Maybe the quick dedication prayer. Mike. Tamjila. Okay, we have no time. 3 of them have to leave.
Please turn to page number.
Rinzila?
Emptiness meditation.
Okay, so that we cannot do now, but it's going to be the next crash course. Yes. Okay, but Rinzila, keep in mind that we have this Nalanda diploma course and a master's course. So there, the emptiness thing will be covered every now and then. Yes. Okay.
Please turn to page number 52 in new version of book, and 46 for
Okay, let us pray that before the Hatuna does lead the prayer. Let us pray that through the merit that we have accumulated, that let us pray that His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true embodiment of the Nalanda wisdom, that he lives long, that his wishes be fulfilled spontaneously, and that all the great learning centers of the Sankhya, Kaikyu, Nyingma, Gelo, from the Chinese tradition, Theravada tradition, wherever this beautiful psychology, incredible profound psychology are taught by the Buddha Shakyamuni and the great teachers, may these learning centers, they thrive in the activities of learning, reflection, and meditation. And may each one of you, through a concerted effort in this study, may you soon find the dawn of the wisdom of emptiness and the bodhicitta for the benefit of all human sentient beings. May the teaching of bodhicitta and the teaching of wisdom of emptiness flourish in the minds of all human sentient beings, present and future. Okay, with that in mind, let's follow.
I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May I in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect view, and the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast the space that I have amassed for working with effort at this practice for a great length of time. May I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds with eye is blinded by ignorance. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, each and every one of you.